Hello everyone, I'm Shiny Glaceon and welcome to my first video. To tell you guys a bit more about me, I'm going to give you my top 10 favorite Pokemon at the moment. This list will mostly include fully evolved Pokemon, and my opinions on Pokemon might change over time, so maybe after some time I'll do another one. This list will not include any legendaries, it might do a separate list on them. So without further ado, let's get into the list. Number 10. Escavalier, the Bug Steel type Pokemon from Generation 5. He is based on a mounted knight, and that is the evolved form of Carablast. He has a low speed set of 20, but he makes up for that with high attack, defense and special defense. I like his looks, and his armor is basically a Shelmet shell. Number 9. Decidueye, the Aeroquill Pokemon. Decidueye is a grass and ghost type Pokemon from Generation 7. He's based off an owl. He's the final evolution of Rowlet and has a high attack stat of 107. I like him because he looks like a masked archer, and I'm a real big fan of CW Arrow. It reminds me a lot of the Green Arrow. That's when I get a Rowlet, I'm gonna name him Oliver after Oliver Queen. Number 8. Noibat, the Soundwave Pokemon. Noibat is a flying dragon type Pokemon from Generation 6. He's based on a bat. He's the pre-evolution of Noivern, and because of that has pretty low stats, but his overwhelming cuteness makes up for that. I like Noibat because he's adorable and my favorite non-evolved Pokemon apart from Eevee. I also like how his ears look like tiny subwoofers. Number 7. Cloyster, the bivalve Pokemon. Cloyster is a water ice type Pokemon from Generation 1. He's based on a clam with a pearl. He's the evolution of Shelder and has a high defense stat of 180. I like him because of his spikes and he has a really hard shell. And the tiny body looks like a gas leaf. Number 6. Furret, the long body Pokemon. Furret is a normal type Pokemon from Generation 2. He's based on a ferret. He's the evolution of Sentret and has a stat total of 415. I like him because he's really cute and looks like a ferret, and ferrets are adorable. Furret is my favorite normal type evolution. Number 5. Frostlass, the Snowland Pokemon. Frostland is an Ice Ghost type Pokemon from Generation 4. She's based on a Kimono / Spirit Woman. She's one of the evolutions of Snorunt, the other one being Glalie. She has a stat total of 480. A legend says that she used to be a woman who got lost in an icy mountain and got reborn as a Frostlass. I like her because Ice Ghost typing is pretty unique, and she looks pretty awesome. Also, she freezes her foes and displays them as decorations. Number 4. Venusaur, the Seed Pokemon. Venusaur is a grass and poison type Pokemon from Generation 1, who is based on a kind of dinosaur with a flower on its back. It's the final evolution of Bulbasaur and has a stat total of 525. Venusaur is my favorite fully evolved starter and has always had a special place in my heart. When Fire Red and Leaf Green came out, everyone chose Charmander or Squirtle, but like they did in Red and Blue, but I picked Bulbasaur, and I couldn't have been happier. With moves like Toxic and Sleep Powder, Venusaur could be a real pain in the butt. Also, I thought it was awesome that May had a Venusaur later on in the anime. Number 3. Aggron, the Iron Armor Pokemon. Aggron is a Steel Rock type Pokemon from Generation 3, who is basically a giant armored lizard. It's the final evolution of Aron and has a stat total of 530 with a massive defense stat of 180. I like him because he just looks so metal, and I'm a metalhead. Also, Steven Stone had one in Pokemon Emerald, and I still remember fighting alongside it, and it was one of the coolest things ever. Number 2. Espeon, the Sun Pokemon. Espeon is a psychic Pokemon from Generation 2 and looks like a cute kitty. He is the evolved form of Eevee and has a stat total of 525. I love him because he's beautiful and his elegant look, and the fact that he's purple. He looks like a real pretty kitty, and I just want to hug Espeon. Espeon has always been my favorite evolution until I fell in love with Glaceon. Espeon looks so elegant, and I always thought that he was where Return was made for. Honorable mentions. Before we go to number 1, I have 2 honorable mentions. The first one is Eevee, for obvious reasons, and because he's really adorable. The second one is Braixen, because he looks like an awesome fire mage. Number 1. Glaceon, the fresh snow Pokemon. You guys would probably expect this. There's a big reason Glaceon is my mascot, so let's talk about him. Glaceon is an ice-type Pokemon from Generation 4 and looks like a mixture between a cat and a bunny. He is the evolved form of Eevee and has a stat total of 525. Glaceon looks really cool and beautiful. I have a real big fascination for ice types powers since I started watching Fairy Tail. And well, Glaceon quickly became my favorite evolution and my favorite Pokemon. No matter what Pokemon will come out, Glaceon will always have a special place in my heart. Well, that was my top 10 favorite Pokemon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe and leave your favorite Pokemon in the comments.